Alright guys, so today we're going to check out the Baseus Bowie MA10 True Wireless Earbuds. Now, Flossie Carter did a video probably a week ago on saying that these are too good to be $30. So I definitely wanted to check these out because I'm pretty interested in seeing what kind of budget options are out there. And if you're not familiar with the company Baseus, they're normally focused a little bit more on portable chargers and different types of docks for your PC. And so I think they're trying to make a name here, and they're trying to make something very affordable just to kind of get it out there so that people can see what they can do. But I do want to start this video with saying we need to talk about the elephant in the room. And the elephant is the case. This is such a large case for a pair of true wireless earbuds. Like, that was the first thing that caught my attention, but it definitely serves a purpose, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But let's go ahead and talk about the price. Now, it says that these normally retail for $29, but right now on Amazon, there's the little coupon box you can check off, and it brings them down to only $23. And $23, we don't really see a lot in this price range. When we do, they're normally garbage. They normally sound like garbage. They don't really offer any kind of features. And that's just not the case with these. There's just so much to talk about here for a $23 pair of earbuds that it's kind of mind-blowing that this is even available. Now, moving back to looking at the case and the earbuds, like I said, the case is very large. On the back, you have your USB-C input next to your pairing button. And then on the front, you have 4 indicator lights so that it will let you know about how much battery life is left in the case. But when you move over to look at the earbuds, they do have basically like a little LED ring on the outside of them. They do use touch controls, and I'm sad to say that they don't give you control over everything. But luckily they do work with Baseus app, which is not only allowing you to keep your earbuds updated, there's some different EQ options in there. You can customize the EQ settings the way that you want. You can also switch it between the different noise canceling modes that they have. There's an indoor mode, a commute mode, an outdoor mode, and you can customize it yourself if you want to adjust the ANC on the earbuds. And like I said, you can go in and mess around with the controls, but it still doesn't allow you to control everything. So the controls are limited on this pair. But some of the features that makes this pair stand out is, yes, it does have active noise canceling, but it also has Bluetooth 5.3, which allows these to have a multi-point connection, so you can connect to more than one device at a time. It also has low latency, so that you can use these with different types of media and not have to worry about lag, so that's a huge plus. But the big standout feature, outside of the sound quality and all that, which we'll talk about, is the battery life. Now, on the earbuds, on a full charge, you're going to get about 8 hours. But with the charging case, with this massive charging case, you're going to get 140 hours total. And I know a lot of people look at earbuds for battery life because they don't want to, have to charge them very often. So this is definitely going to please a lot of people in that department. Now, if you do pick them up and they are dead, a 10-minute charge will get you 2 hours of use on the earbuds. So you also have a fast charge feature, which is nice. If you do plan on using these outdoors, it does come in with an IPX6 rating, which is slightly higher than other earbuds that have noise canceling. Most of those usually sit about IPX4. So you are getting better water protection against splashes and rain and sweat and things like that. I think if you drop them in the water and you grab them quickly, they'll be okay, but I still don't recommend submerging these into water. Now, as far as what all they've included inside the box, you do get 3 sets of ear tips. You also get 3 sets of wing tips because those also come on the earbuds, which make it where this pair does not move once they're in your ears. And then as far as the charging cable, it comes with a USB-C cable. Now, you are going to have to use this cable. The case is not a Qi wireless charging case, and I can kind of look past that in this price range. Now, moving over to talking about the noise canceling and the transparency mode that these have, which you are able to switch these just by tapping the earbuds. You don't have to go into the app to actually do this. The noise canceling isn't bad. I mean, you can't really expect much on a pair of earbuds in this price range. It does do a fairly decent job against engine noises and AC units and anything that has like that lower tone. But if you're going to use it in an environment where there's a lot of people talking, you're basically going to hear all of those people talking the same way you would with any pair of earbuds that doesn't have noise canceling. So it's not going to work miracles, but it did still do a pretty decent job. Now the transparency mode also did a good job. I could carry on a conversation without having to take the earbuds out. It allowed me to be very aware of my surroundings without having to take the earbuds out. So again, those features on a pair in this price range, I was really impressed with. Now, if you're also going to use these for taking phone calls, I think this is another area where it's just okay. I don't think the mics, again, are going to compete with pairs like the AirPods or anything like that, but I think it did a pretty decent job of picking up my voice, and I also think it did a really good job of kind of taming down my surroundings. But you guys can be a judge by listening to a test here. So here's the mic test using the MA10s, and like I said, I think it does a pretty decent job of picking up my voice. But this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call. And so now here's the mic test for the crowd noise being played, which you can hear here. And so this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call in public. So now let's talk about the sound. Now the sound, the way that these are out of the box, and basically any EQ setting that you change it to, they are always boomy. This is a bass heavy earbud no matter what setting you put it in. Now my favorite setting was the treble plus or treble boost setting. It brought up the treble quite a bit to kind of balance out with that really boomy and aggressive bass. If you are a bass head, this is an excellent pair pretty much for any genre. I think, even going from pop and hip hop to even chaotic genres like metal, even though the bass is heavy and aggressive, it had no problem, still staying pretty separated from the mids and the treble. It didn't just come in and roll over everything. The mids on this pair were also surprising. I felt like the mids stood out right in front. Vocalists always stood out and had no issues with being able to hear male or female vocalists. You can hear pretty good details in the vocals. And again, not something I was expecting in an earbud in this price range. And the treble, like I said, in the treble plus or treble boost mode, it definitely brings it to a point, not of being harsh, but it does have a brighter feel to it. And again, I think it just matches very well with the boomy bass. So this is a dynamic sounding earbud. Don't expect anything flat or reference or something that you feel like you can tame, because you really can't. It is going to be aggressive no matter what setting you have it in. When it comes to the sound stage and the sound imaging, this isn't a very open sounding earbud. It made me feel like I was in a medium to large size room, but I had no issues with being able to tell where different sounds were coming from. So if I'm going to grade this into the different genres, and I'm still surprised, even disregarding the price, not even looking at the price tag, if you're going to use these mainly for pop and hip hop, I would give these a 9. If you're going to mainly use them for like rock and metal, I would give these an 8. For easy listening, I would also give these an 8. And if you're going to use these for media, like I said, movies, videos, and games, because it has a lower latency in that Bluetooth 5.3, I would give it a 9. And so my overall rating on these is a solid 9. And throwing the price back into the mix here, this is where I would give them a 10. I think the value is like through the roof on this pair. If you don't mind carrying around one of the largest cases I've seen for a pair of true wireless earbuds, there's just so much here. I mean, that 140-hour total battery life is insane. Having app support so that you're able to keep these updated and switch around the EQ settings. Also having that lower latency for different types of media. Having that multi-point connection is crazy. Decent ANC. Again, don't expect anything like super incredible here. But the sound quality mixed with all of those features and being able to get them for $23, I'm on board with what Flossie said. I think they're too good to be $30, and I think they're way too damn good to be $23. So really, there's not much to say here. I think if you're looking for a pair of earbuds and you don't want to spend a lot of money, yes, there's a lot of options. But this pair not only is giving you pretty incredible sound in this price range, you're not really lacking on a lot of features either. So guys, that wraps up my video on the Baseus Bowie MA10 True Wireless Earbuds. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.